This is your opportunity. This is your moment.
YPR Radio.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T., and welcome to another edition of YPR. Man, guys, excited as always to be here. Today I think is special because it's a family affair. It's a family affair, and it's one thing, to join great company and you're sharing it, with individuals who are interested, but to be linked up, and that's a common thread you'll hear, with everybody that's a part of this. That we're linked up, we're doing this thing together, we're family, but to actually bloodline, you guys are doing this thing together. And so I'm excited today to have with me Jeff in the building. Talk to me, man. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm excited. Sick. First time being in Verve Central. Seen it in a lot of videos. So it's an honor to be here, privileged to be here. And, man, I'm just excited to spend some time with you talking about what's going on.
Man, you were excited. You see, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And just like you, I have an opportunity, once a month to come specifically to Verve Central, and get it in with you guys. And I think the thing for me that's always amazing is really young people every time I come. I'm thinking like one of these times I'm gonna come and it's like 50-year-olds gonna be sitting back in the back and just telling me their great stories, But continuously there are young people who are living this, taking advantage of this opportunity and taking this thing to the next level. So kind of, I want to freestyle if you don't mind. Let's kind of just start with, one of my favorite questions is, before Verve, like, what were you doing before that? I know you're still, fairly young, 24, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So before 24, before you became a part of this organization, like, what was your life like? What were you pursuing?
Yeah, I kind of had one of those, I wasn't the smartest kid in school.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. Made it through high school, but wasn't top of the class. And went into college for a year and ended up dropping out, and I don't encourage anyone to do that. It just wasn't my thing.
Absolutely.
And I started pursuing, making money. And I found myself in the restaurant industry, working crappy jobs for a little bit of money. And I had this genius idea that I was tired of working for myself. I wanted to work, tired of working for other people, want to work for myself.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of what I could do with no skill, no experience. And I thought, man, I used to cut my dad's grass. How hard could it be to start a landscaping company? And so at like 18 years old, I decided to go ahead and start a landscaping company and had some success with that. But we all know the economy kind of took a rough turn.
Absolutely.
And then
and
I
people
found
don't want
myself,
their grass cut anymore.
Yeah, they don't have the money for that.
Right.
Before Vima, I was kind of trying to be my own boss. Trying to find a way. I knew I wanted to make a lot of money, just didn't know how I was going to do it.
So you found this opportunity. Was it through, like social media? Was there an individual that approached you? Like, what kind of happened for you?
Yeah, it was actually through my best friend, Richard Bischoff. And the crazy thing is he
Richard.
he was a personal trainer, and I came to him in desperation. I was 310 pounds.
Wow.
And I came to him and I said, bro, I need your help. I need to get my life around. I need to get in shape. And so he started training me. And at the end of our training session, he said, man, you need a supplement. And I'm from the South. And so supplementing to me was like fried chicken from Bojangles or fried chicken from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I never heard of supplementing.
With biscuits and gravy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so he immediately handed me a Verve. And I was like, man, this stuff is good. And I was like, I've seen some stuff on your Facebook. I've kind of seen what you're doing. Tell me more about it. And it was an instant, I just said, man, this is my opportunity to really take what I've been looking for and make things happen. So, he's the one who introduced it to me.
But so we talked about your story. Your story, it's different because most people either don't do well and they persist and eventually they get, to a place of success. But your story is really unique. Actually, it's the first time I've heard it since, we've been doing YPR. Can you kind of, for the listening audience, can you just kind of give a little backdrop?
My story is pretty crazy. I started out first night, ordered my product, had no knowledge of the business, no knowledge of the product. I'm 310 pounds pushing a nutritional supplement.
Right.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I enrolled 6 people on my first night and 21 people on my first month.
Wow.
And I was off to the races, man. I hit diamond in less than 90 days, and I was on top of the world, hit platinum in 5 months. And the key about this whole YPR movement is that leadership development, becoming a leader,
Right.
and that's the thing that I never did.
Right.
And I was an enrollment machine, and if you don't teach duplication, and basically, you know, I went from platinum back to bronze.
Wow. Wow. And I mean, that, you know, I think that's why I get so excited, you know, because for me, having access to the American dream is more than just money. And there's so many people who are blind, like they just think car, you know, house stuff, and they don't realize that professional development, like the better you become as an individual, the more intellect, the more knowledge. And again, we're not speaking against college, but sometimes, you know, you're getting the books, the tech stuff, and you're not really getting those soft skills. You're not getting those skills that you need to really be successful on a day-to-day basis. And this corporation, you know, Verb gives you that opportunity to learn what it means to be a team player. You talked about leadership, time management, like really making better, you know, decisions. So, so talk to us. Like, okay, you had this setback. You went from one status to the next, bronze. At what point, what clicked, and what made you say, you know what? All right, I got to refocus, redirect, and eventually you did that. And I don't have to say what you are. You're here with us today. So apparently you made some adjustments.
Yeah, it all came for me in 2011. You know, Richard, I wasn't gonna quit, but I was at that point of like, man, how can I go from this to this? And he just looked at me and said, listen, man, we got to get to Vegas. We have to go to this convention that I keep hearing about. And so I put it on a credit card, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it one more shot. And I sat in the back row of a convention, and I heard Darren Hardy speak. And he said, you know, Jim Ronco, he said, success is not something you get. It's something you attract by the person you become.
Right.
And that hit me. And for the next year, I worked on personal development. And then that October, you know, met Alex Morton. And we were both platinum. And so I was like, man, this is the first wave of this whole YPR movement. And so I went from platinum to star platinum. The next year at convention, had the privilege to speak at convention, and then, you know, hit executive right after that. And it was in the summertime, and we were at the Next Level Leadership Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was at convention, I was one spot lower than Alex.
Wow.
And so in Charlotte, he had hit presidential. He had hit elite club, what everyone dreams of doing. And I can remember it clear as day. I had Brad Alcazan with me, and I was driving from Clemson University to Charlotte for an elite-only dinner. And it was at J.D. Phillips' house, and we pulled into the driveway of this massive $1 million home, and I had to let Brad get out and go inside, and I had to sit in the driveway for 30 minutes while he did his thing because I wasn't elite. And at that moment, it hit me so hard, I said, I will never not be invited into an elite event again. And I didn't text BK, I boxed BK, and I said, mark my words, October 11th. It was the start of a new rank advancement period. October 11th was the finish. I said, I'll be presidential by October 11th. And I skipped star executive and went presidential. I hit it at 12 noon on October 11th. So that was the breaking point when I saw, you know, this lifestyle that I wasn't invited into. That's what really did it for me.
So we've never done this on YPR before, but we got to stop and come on, that's huge, you know. And I really want to speak to that for a minute because most people always talk about the dream pushing them, you know, their why, you know, my mom or, you know, my little brothers and sisters, or, you know, I want to retire my parents, or maybe in 20 years I want to retire. But not often when you hear about dreams do you hear people talking about not being able to touch it, to taste it, to feel it, you know, to possess the dream, to make it mine. That motivated me to get the dream, you know. And so I'm just inspired by the fact that, and I hope other people are listening, and you're not allowing your setbacks, you know, to set you back, but you're allowing your setbacks to be a setup for a comeback. And that's exactly what you did. And I love it. It's almost like a movie, you know, 11:59, you know, it happened, you know. And so, again, we want to let other people know, you said it. It's not necessarily for the smartest. It's not, you know, for those who just are willing to enroll, become an enrollment machine. But when you work on yourself as much as you work on your work, then there's absolutely, in this particular company, there's absolutely nothing you can't accomplish. there's nothing you can't have. And so I want to congratulate you. I mean, that's huge. I felt like I was at the dinner and I didn't get invited in. So I'm going to go back with that same enthusiasm and make a phone call and tell somebody 12 months from now, I got it. All right, so quickly, we talk about helping other people and why that's so important. Building other people, building your company, building your brand. I think you've got a couple people. Well, the first one, Jason, your brother, is on the line. And Jason, are you there?
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Jay. I made it on.
Hey, Jay, I was just going to say, I had an opportunity to see the video, and I'm nervous because it looks like you about to take my spot out here in this game. The energy, the passion. It's your boy, Jay. I got a little nervous when I heard it, so we're going to have to partner up, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. Yeah, man, I'm always watching your videos and definitely a lot of excitement. And, I joke around with Jeffrey doing that all the time, and so I figured I had to bring the energy on the air today, but I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
No doubt, man. Hey, it is nothing but an honor and a privilege when I, see people are motivated by it, and not only motivated by it, but it's contagious. And for whatever reason, they're embracing that passion and using it in their daily work, doing what they have to do to get to the next level. But real quick, before your brother jumps in, how did this become a family affair?
Oh, man. Well, my story's a little bit different. I actually, to keep it short, Jeffrey came home excited, like he said, almost 3 years ago, and was telling me about the opportunity. And I'll be real with you, ET. I didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
He was all excited at the time. I was a student getting my business degree. He didn't finish college, and I had this whole mindset of get the degree, get the job, be okay. And so I blew it off for about 2.5 years. And when I graduated with the degree, with the honors and all that, and really couldn't find the job I was looking for, serving tables, I said, man, I got to give this thing a shot. So I started, I focused my attention, and I had my change of mindset about 6 months ago is when I really started this journey with Jeffrey, and it's been nothing but incredible since then.
So let me ask you this. It took you 6 months to be a believer. What would you say to the person out there, obviously, who you don't want it to take them 6 months to believe? What would you say to that person who has a family member or a friend who's doing it, and you're seeing it every day, but you're like, I'm not interested. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, and honestly, it took me 2.5 years. I started 6 months ago, so 2.5 years I sat there. I was living with Jeffrey for a while. He'd do Vima meetings. I'd go in my room. I'd close the door. And that's why I become so passionate about my story now, is because when I did change my mindset and I did believe, amazing things happened, member to executive in 81 days is what happened with me. And that's why I become so passionate to tell people, don't let an opportunity pass you by. Just because you may be skeptical, don't let that completely let you miss out on something that can change your life. Give it a look. Take the time to really look into this and see if it's something for you. It may not be, but don't ever let skepticism turn into cynicism where you're going to let an incredible opportunity go right by you and you miss out on something great.
Unbelievable. You should be here. Unbelievable. Yeah, you should be sitting next to me saying these things. This is, incredible. And I mean, that's what happens. There are people who say no to opportunities before they even give it a fair shot. And so my thing is, yes, there's probably not one thing that's for every human being on the planet Earth, right? But I think so many people who could take advantage of an opportunity and really leverage their lives financially, from a personal development standpoint, just health, to really embrace the American dream, they never get an opportunity because they don't want to take an opportunity to take a look. And it's so weird. We'll take a look at jobs that we already know. These jobs can't take us to where we're trying to go. These other opportunities can't take us, but we will give them 3 to 5 to 10 to 20 years of our lives and not give an opportunity at least an hour. So that's great. Great advice. You're not saying to an individual, yep, but you are saying, hey, give it a shot. Stop closing the door or locking the door on an opportunity before you have even given it a shot. That's great. So I've talked enough. Jeff, is there anything you want to ask your brother?
Well, Jason, man, first I want to say, as your big brother, man, I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of the job you've done leading your organization, stepping it up. I knew you had it in you the whole time. Maybe just before we wrap up with you, maybe give a couple shout outs to some people on your team, where you want to be by convention. What are your goals for this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man. Giving the love right back to you. We all couldn't do this without each other. Definitely, thankful, to God and everything, and the whole Vima company just completely changing not my life, but everyone's. But yeah, huge shout. This is a teamwork, basis, and that's what makes this company great. That's what I fell in love with, is being able to help people and reach their goals. But I mean, so many guys on the team now. Big shout out. I started this thing out with one of my closest friends, Mark Mano. Hopefully get him to platinum soon. And Chris Frederick out in Maryland and PA Diamond, always crushing it. Excited guy. We're busting out new diamonds all the time. Jeremy Huss, Bilal Malik, Connor Backer. The list goes on and on and on about people we are excited about, and obviously forgot a ton of names there. And by convention, obviously presidential. It's the goal, it's the dream, and that's what we're working hard for. Just look back actually in my 15th city tonight out of 17 days. Been traveling like crazy,
Getting it in.
Just excited.
You sound like an ET schedule over there. Yeah. So pretty much we've shouted out everybody in Myrtle Beach. We probably missed maybe 2 or 3 people. And so, man, guys, keep grinding. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody at conference. Be there, be square, 64 days and a wake up. Thanks for your time, man. We'll see you soon.
See you, Jay.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, real quick, we got to go to the next one, and the next one is?
We got Bilal Malik on the phone. Bilal, did you make it?
Bilal Malik, you got to make it. I couldn't hardly say your name, guy. You got to be there. I practiced. It took me. All right, there you go, baby. It took a minute. I'm like, I know I didn't waste all this time and energy enunciating this correctly, and you're not there. How's it going, Doc?
I may have been a little hesitant because Jason came in with that amazing intro. So I'm sitting back here like, what am I going to say?
No, he did. But your energy, I feel it. Your passion, I feel it. Where are you these days?
I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, at the University of South Carolina, so go Gamecocks.
Okay, good. So we got that whole southern region, the chicken, fried chicken, the biscuits and gravy. We got that whole southern thing going on, and you are diamond. You are like diamond, shining bright like a diamond. You're doing big things. Talk to us, man. How did this all come about?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was brought this opportunity by my best friend, and we always talk about your close relationships building this business. And my best friend, so shout out to him, Robbie Bonanno in medical school now, came to me with this opportunity and actually introduced me to Jason. I saw Jason, and Jason at the time was working, and he told me that, I'm going to quit my job, and this is what I'm going to be doing in a few months. And I kind of laughed it off, ET. Really know what I was doing with myself at the time, but I saw Jason take his business from making no money to driving a BMW, and it just absolutely lit a fire under me. And the culture that we've created here is just amazing. Honestly, I can't even take too much credit for what's happening, why I'm diving, because it's all contributed to my team and what they're doing, man. Great
job. I like that word, culture. You guys are, and that's it. When you change the culture is legacy. Like it's constant. It's long term. It's not, get quick, rich scheme. Something that, lasts for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it's out. When you start talking about a culture, that's something that's lasting. So we're almost out of time. Is there anything specifically you want to share with those individuals out there about your experience?
One thing I want to share with everyone the most is just keep going with it, because there's a lot of obstacles that come in the way, but we always say that a goal is nothing but a dream with a deadline. And with this company, our deadlines are so easy and our goals are so easy to attain that our dreams are just in reach, ET. So just stay grinding, guys, because I promise you by convention, all of us are going to be way past what we expected. And this team over here in South Carolina, we're definitely coming to make some noise.
All right, do me a huge favor, because I'm in Detroit. I'll be going straight from Detroit over to Vegas. I will not have access to the fried chicken you guys are talking about, neither the biscuits or the gravy. So I just put something together. Give me a care package and bring it over, man. Thank you so much for your time. Look, thanks for your energy. I mean, I love it. You said it. It's in reach. It can happen. So we appreciate your energy and your passion. Keep doing what you're doing. Jeff, real quick, man, we got to get out of here. Talk to me. I'm out there. I'm kind of like, it sounds great. I'm like Jason almost, I'm a skeptic. I don't really believe. What are you saying to me?
I think the biggest thing is that you've got to give it a shot. What else are we going to do in this economy? No one wants to work until they're 70 years old. And I think once you make that decision to give it a shot, why give up?
Right.
The only way you fail in life at anything is by quitting. And so from my story and a lot of the other stories from my group, you know, if you just never give up, if you just keep going, you know, Patrick said it so well, you know, you're one person away, two people away from a massive explosion, and it can truly change your life. So, I mean, if you're in the business already, don't give up. Whether you're stuck at bronze, I mean, Alex Morton, YPR, the king, I mean,
The king.
I'm so
king.
proud to call him one of my friends, but, you know, he didn't go bronze for like 60 days. So you just never know when that momentum's going to hit, and if you give up, you'll never be successful. So just keep grinding, and, you know, this is going to be big.
So here we have it from a man who lost weight. He hit the verb. Now we talked in the car. The bowl is out. He about to get the 6-pack with the bowl. We set it up. So we're gonna start with the 3.5 abs, and then in another few months, then we're gonna go to the 6. All right. So once again, you heard it right here. You heard it from a group of young people, your peers. You know, somebody who made it, lost track, got back focused. Now he's back doing big things. Somebody who said, look, I will never, ever, ever taste defeat again. I've been defeated, but I won't be satisfied with it. And so if you're tired of defeat, you're tired of not making your dreams become a reality, like if you're just tired and you said enough is enough. I'm ready to get mine. I'm ready to make my dreams become a reality. Listen to me, you can have it. The only thing that's stopping you from having what you want, being what you want, doing what you want is you. We've heard it. There's a team to help. There's a system in place. There's energy. There's passion. So literally, you can make the rest of your life the best of your life. Look, I'm not interested. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear 2012, 2011. Look, here's the chance for you. That's right. Here, you heard it. It's an emergency. It's urgent. You heard it. You don't have time to waste. Now is the time. No opportunity wasted. So listen to me. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. You cannot be a spectator and be angry. If you're not happy with the hand that was dealt to you, you don't need another hand. You just need to play this one better. All right? So lace up those shoes, put on that jersey, get out there and play. Why? Because you cannot win the game if you're not in the game. Once again, it's your boy E.T. This is another edition of YPR. I'll see you the next time.